We do have some wire headlines crossing on Trump from his meeting from the New York Times. This is according to some of the New York Times reporters on Twitter. The headlines: Trump says he is not taking the Clinton investigations off the table. That was, of course, big news this morning after Kellyanne Conway said he will not be going after her. Trump telling the New York Times that he doesn't want to, quote, hurt the Clintons. Trump telling the New York Times, quote, I'm not looking to go back and go through this. Trump saying that he does not feel very strongly about Clinton prosecutions, does not think supporters will be disappointed. He's leaving his options open, Robert, and clearly this is a question, as is also whether President Obama would pardon Hillary Clinton. What are you hearing about this?
Well, it's fascinating to see Steve Bannon's former website, Breitbart, this morning, criticizing Trump, thinking he's maybe selling out to the base by distancing himself from the idea of going after the Clintons. But Trump knows when he talks to Speaker Ryan and Leader McConnell, they have a finite window early next year to try to get through tax reform, to try to put together an infrastructure. They know politically they don't have the time for the investigations, but they can't really say that explicitly to make sure the
final question. Yesterday, Mr. Trump met with a bunch of network news anchors, network news executives. One report in the New York Post said this was, frankly, a dressing down of these individuals. What did you hear? Others say it was fairly pleasant, benign.
Joe Scarborough this morning on Morning Joe, was on Morning Joe. He said he talked to people that were in the room. I mean, I'm not sure, but there was NBC folks there, and it wasn't harsh at all. So we get these wildly conflicting reports.
What did you hear?
It was a dressing down.
Good-natured dressing down?
Not entirely. He called the press coverage unfair. One person described it almost like something out of The Godfather, bringing together the families. They think they're going to have a moment of peacemaking, and it turns out that they're all kind of getting killed, at least politically, inside of that room. Trump sent a signal to all these executives that he's president. He won in his mind without the press's help, without fair coverage, and he's going to remain confrontational.
Yeah, he puts them on their heels.
Can I ask you just kind of a personal question you may want to avoid, like a hot rock? As a prominent member of the print media in D.C., do you fear Trump at all in any way, personally?
Not at all. I think the press needs to be...
I've talked to people who've said, man, I don't want Trump coming after me. You know, by name. Seriously?
Because he calls people out. Well, he at least did during the campaign.
Look, we've had rough and tumble times with presidents in the past. I think the press needs to be as vigilant as possible. And also remember, we're not the story.
You have never had a rough and tumble time like you will get now from Donald Trump. Let's not even go there.
Remember, the Washington Post was banned for quite some time, but you can still cover them from the outside.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.